Hello everyone, Luke Taylor here for another album review, and today's album is 2018, Jon Schaffer's Purgatory. So if you are a big Jon Schaffer fan as I am, this is a must-have, a must-listen to, and a must-talk about. Now if you don't know, I will condense because he does write about it wonderfully in the booklet, so if you do buy the album you can get the full version of this. But just basically to condense, this was the original version of Jon Schaffer's original band in high school. It was originally named The Rose, and then he changed it to Purgatory, and he was, drawing logos and stuff, and this was really where the dream started for him, and the big concepts and all that kind of stuff. And he did move to Florida. He got into roofing, or roofing, however you want to pronounce that word. But, yeah, and he would jam with Greg Seymour. And fast forward, because it was really Purgatory was the very first incarnation of the band, and Thunder, yeah, Thunder, how metal is that, Thunder? Anyway, this was the very first incarnation of the band, and fast forward, obviously, Iced Earth is an awesome band and a big deal, and he worked really, really, really hard to get that, but I think it was, they said 2017, he looked back and he had a bunch of the history, a bunch of the photos, old cool stuff, and he called everybody up to see if they were into doing this and doing the EP, doing the original songs, and there is some really cool included art in here. Obviously, this was something that, as a teenager and as a young man, Jon Schaffer is really interested in these horror movies, these horror themes, and just let's write a whole idea, Purgatory, the whole band and the whole album, about just being in a place stuck with all of these, evil creatures, or where all these guys go, and stories about these guys and whatever. So the songs are about In Your Dreams, that's Freddy Krueger, and Dracula's about Dracula, and Jason from Halloween, and Jack the Ripper, and Burning Oasis, kind of like, apocalypse, kind of like biblical thing. So that said, this is not Iced Earth. It doesn't sound like Iced Earth. Gene Adam, I believe, sang on the very first Iced Earth album, but he sings on this one. But it's not Iced Earth, but it's still, you can tell it's still Jon Schaffer, but there's a little bit more Iron Maiden feel. There's a little bit more of that Judas Priest feel, a little classic. But Dracula is one of their famous Iced Earth songs, I have to say. So if you do see Iced Earth play Dracula, this is where it comes from. It's a really old song for Jon. But yeah, I just think it's really cool. Again, Jon worked with his buddy Jim Morris at Morris Sound Studios. It's one of those things, I didn't like it as much as, say, Brush Fires of the Mind, Sons of Liberty. That's just amazing, fantastic. But it really is very cool. And they did dedicate it to their late bassist, Richard Bateman. So he just passed away before they were going to do this, which is very sad, but they did dedicate it to him. So, and that's the original. You can see the original photo of the, it's very small. Wow, that's very small. But yeah, the original band photo, Purgatory. So I really love this whole thing because, as a musician who's had a lot of great ideas, a lot of passionate ideas about different projects, if I were in a place, say, 30 years from now and actually got to do them, that would be just incredible. So I think it's really, really awesome that he got to do this with his high school buddies, or not exactly high school, but young adult buddies, and all these guys that originally was that he's really bringing to fruition the beginning of this whole thing, which started Iced Earth. I think that's so cool. I hope I condensed it a proper way. If there's anything inaccurate, forgive me for that, because I just want to really point out that point. And then in the music, of course, if you are a fan of Iced Earth, you'll know this kind of style. But again, it is a little bit more Iron Maiden-y. Yeah. So as far as the songs go, I'm not a huge fan of all the songs. I think the whole project is really cool because he got to do it, because it's very much an important thing for him. But Dracula is a great song. It is a fantastic song, and you can see Festivals of the Wicked, I believe Matt Barlow sings it. It adds a lot more to it, because Matt Barlow's a stud. But it is a great disc, great for any Jon Schaffer fan. My rating, bronze. So have you heard this EP? Are you a Jon Schaffer fan? If you are, what is your favorite non-Iced Earth project? Is it Purgatory? Is it Sons of Liberty? Or is it Demons and Wizards with Hansi Kirsch? Please let me know. Of course, they're on tour and their new album's out. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you very much for watching. Please check out all my other album reviews. I have a lot on this channel. Check out my live reactions and my playing too. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. See you later.